Some places are just beautiful, and then there are places that personally attacks your emotions with just their beauty. Today we're visiting two of the most surreal places in Provence. Gordes, a village that looks like it was sculptured by the gods just to make the rest of France feel bad about itself, and Fontaine-de-Vaucluse, a town built around one of the most mysterious natural wonders in Europe. Two villages, two different worlds, but one thing in common. Once you've been here, you'll never quite get them out of your head. Perched on a cliff in the Luberon valley, this is Provence at its absolute peak. Stone houses cascade down the hillside like they were placed there by Renaissance painters who couldn't decide if they were designing a village or composing a symphony. Olive groves and vineyards stretched endlessly into the horizon. The light, well, unreal. The sky, almost aggressively blue. The streets are cobbled, winding, and impossibly scenic. The houses are built entirely of golden limestone, meaning that at sunrise and sunset the entire village glows like it's been personally blessed by the gods of aesthetic perfection. Even the cafes look like somebody carefully arranged them to maximize emotional impact. You sit down for a coffee, casually glance at the view, and suddenly feel the deep and irrational urge to buy a vineyard and start wearing linen shirts unironically. Walk through the Passage de la Fontaine, where medieval archways guide you down quiet alleyways. Wander past stone courtyards and terraces so perfect you'd swear they belong to a movie set. And eventually you'll end up in the main square. Well, you do what every rational person does in Gordes. You order a glass of rosé, stare dramatically at the landscape, and quietly weep, because nothing will ever be this beautiful again. Being in Gordes make you feel like you are part of it, even if you're just here to pretend you're in a perfume commercial. What is a journey? Is it a memory or perhaps the seed of the next adventure? At Ponyo and Poolshark we craft travel guides designed to lead you to hidden gems, and we share captivating vlogs that invite you to wander the globe with us. From serene train rides and enchanting cruises to cozy hotels, charming bars and delightful restaurants. Embark on a voyage with us where every step carries a touch of beauty and a hint of bittersweet farewell. Subscribe now and let your heart be guided to where our next journey unfolds. Some villages have castles, some villages have breathtaking views, some villages have history so deep it practically oozes from the walls. Fontaine-de-Vaucluse has all of that. Oh, and one more thing, it has a bottomless emerald green river that literally emerges from the earth with no clear explanation. Yeah, let's talk about that. The village is built around one of the most mysterious natural wonders in France, the Source de la Source. A spring that just appears deep in a rocky cavern, pushing out millions of cubic meters of crystal clear waters every year, and yet nobody really knows where it comes from. Scientists have tried to figure it out. They've sent divers down, used sonar, even dropped dye into the underground rivers to trace it. Nothing. It's a mystery, it's magic, and somehow it is real. Of course, Fontaine-de-Vaucluse is not just a weird, mythical, possibly old-worldly river source. The town itself is exactly what you expect from a place that grew up around natural wonders. Quaint, old, and almost too pretty for its own good. The streets are lined with overgrown plane trees, century-old stone houses, and a peaceful waterfront promenade where people sit for hours doing nothing but watching the river, drinking pastis, and wondering what they did in a past life to deserve a moment this perfect. But how do you experience Fontaine-de-Vaucluse properly? Well, 1. Start at the village center, wander through the tiny streets, past shops selling lavender, soap, and books written by French poets who were probably drinking heavily when they decided to write about how the river is a metaphor for life. 2. Follow the path to the Source de la Source. The further you walk, the quieter it gets, until all you can hear is the sound of the water rushing past you. And then, suddenly, there it is, a pool of deep green water emerging from a dark abyss in the rocks. You'll stand there, staring into it, realizing that this place is too perfect to be real, and yet, somehow, here you are. 3. Go back down, find a cafe, order a drink, because let's be honest, you just seen something that doesn't make any sense, and the only rational response is to sit by a river, sip a glass of rosé, and pretend you're a 19th century philosopher contemplating the meaning of life. So, that's Provence, or at least part of it. From the golden stone terraces of Gordes to the bottomless emerald green mystery of Fontaine-de-Vaucluse, this region is a masterpiece painted in sun, earth, and time. But this is just one chapter. If you haven't already, don't miss part 1, where we explored the waterways of l'Île-sur-le-Sorge and the fire-colored cliffs of Roussillon. Because Provence isn't a place you visit once, it's a place that lingers. And once you've been here, it never really leaves you. In the end, however, always remember, it is not about the destination, it is what you make of it that counts. Till next time, stay safe. Yeah.